last two games where we faced adversity, and then kind of preview the upcoming games where we're going on the road into hostile environments?
Sure, I think anytime you can start at home and take care of home court for your first two conference games, I think that's a big plus, especially for a young group that we've got 7 players that have never been through conference play before. So I was really proud of how they withstanded a charge and a run in the second half from both teams, and then responded really well. I thought Thursday. Our defense in the fourth quarter was exceptional. I didn't think our defense in transition was very good to start the game against UTEP. I thought their point guard pushed it on us, and we didn't do a very good job of slowing the basketball and getting all 5 set. And I thought at halftime, we talked about it, covered a couple of things, and they responded beautifully. Thought we came out, I think we gave up 19 points in the second half, and just really proud of our defensive effort. And then on the flip side of that, pushing it in transition, I think our conditioning in both games really took over, and I think that's a credit to the work that our players have put in. I think it's a credit to Cam, our strength coach, and the job that he's done with them, and just showed some toughness. You never know how they're going to – we hadn't had a close game in a while, probably a month leading into conference play with, Baylor and TCU, and then LSUA, Alcorn, and CBC, so you don't know how they're going to respond in a close game, but I thought they did a really nice job of just remaining composed. Paris and Rob go out with fouls in the third quarter. New Mexico State, experienced team, we knew they'd make a run. They came back. We were up 11. They came back, took a 1-point lead, and our group didn't flinch. Avery makes a tremendous post-entry pass from the high-low to Jordan to retake the lead, and then we never looked back. So just proud of their resilience and how they continue to fight and grow together and really pull for each other.
And we got the 2 games coming up against FIU and Liberty.
Yeah, very, very difficult road swing. I'm not sure how many times you go from Miami to Lynchburg, Virginia, but that's what we have this week, and so I think our group is ready for it. We had a really good day of prep yesterday. We'll have another good day today, hopefully, and then leave early tomorrow morning. And you're going into a hostile environment. I think Jordan and Paris both said it best after the game on Saturday. It's what we've continued to focus on is us and stay in our bubble and control the things that we can control. And I think if they can continue to take that approach, we've got to defend, we've got to rebound, and we've got to take care of the basketball. If you can do those things on the road and at home, you give yourself a chance to have some success. And then we've got to find a way to take care of the ball and score against FIU and their pressure.
With your non-conference schedule, having such tough road games, just how much do you think that'll help going into the first road games of the conference?
Yeah, I mean, you've been at Baylor in a tough environment. You've been at TCU in a tough environment. We've been in a Kids Day game at South Alabama. You've been in a tough environment at SFA where they're, very good at home. I think they've been tested in a lot of ways. I think for this young group, it's continue to focus on us. How do we defend? How do we rebound? And how do we take care of the basketball? And then we've got to continue to play in transition offensively and hunt easy baskets.
I think going into the Liberty game, I think if you had asked Isla if she had more blocks than Bella Smuda, you probably would have been pleased with that. Like, what do you feel like has been the key for her to blocking without fouling, especially transitioning to a different style of basketball from where she was previously?
Sure, I think she's done a great job of timing. She doesn't. A lot of times, players can pick up fouls because they get too close to to an offensive player. She does a really good job of using her length and timing it up. And I don't know, she's gotten credit for a good number of blocks, obviously, but I think the number of shots she's altered or changed has been equally as impressive as actually getting a hand on a ball. The one area I think she's really good is she gets a block and we retain possession of it. And sometimes she catches it herself, and I think that's really hard to do. But I think she's just continuing to grow in her confidence and gaining experience. And I think it's definitely helped our perimeters know that, hey, I've got somebody back there that can be a rim protector that can help us in the paint. She's done a really, really good job with that.
pairs. The point production's going up. She's also taken pressure off Gianna by running some of the offense. I mean, just how much is that helping this team?
I think it's huge. It doesn't wear Gianna down. It gives us another ball handler. It gives us someone, she had some great passes. I think the two of them, the last 2 games have been exceptional from an assist to turnover ratio. And that's what you want from your 2 primary ball handlers. But it gives Gianna a break, or it gets her to the wing a little bit. We can have her score a little bit more and attack the rim and do some things that it doesn't take a physical toll on her body. She played a lot of minutes last year. She's going to play a lot of minutes this year. And it keeps her fresh at critical times in the game. And I think we've got to have that. And the more we can have that, the more difficult we are to guard on the offensive end.
Free throw shooting wise, I know Gianna, typically, just clutch free throw shooter.
Yeah.
The first half was maybe a little uncharacteristic. What would you see from her, maybe just focus wise?
Yeah, I think she just was trying, she missed those 2 to start. And, I think she's 6 of 8 at the half and then comes out in the second half. And I'll put her at the line with anybody in the league. I have no doubts about her ability to go up there and knock down free throws in the clutch. She did it last year. She's done it up until this year. I think Saturday was just a tough game for her at the line. And, you could tell she was getting a little hesitant. And I'm like, just shoot the ball. You're fine. You're who we want at the line. If we get a technical foul or we have free throws to shoot, I want the ball in your hands. And that's not going to change. She'll go up there and she'll knock them down. I know she's worked on it since Saturday. That's who she is, and have zero doubts that she'll go up there and knock them down in the clutch because that's who she is.
You've talked so much about this young roster, but to be the first team to start 2-0 since 2017-18, I mean, what does that say about this team?
Well, I think they want to win. I think they're very committed to doing what's best for the group, and then some of that scheduling. We played Middle Tennessee in the second game of the season last year. We won our opener. We've started on the road. I think a lot of those years, I know we started at Marshall when they were in the league like 3 years in a row. So sometimes that depends on how your schedule falls and who you play. But I'm really proud of their intensity and their focus. I think when they came back for Christmas, I thought the break was really good for them, just to be able to spend some time with their families and be away. But then they came back with kind of a renewed sense of purpose and focus because they know that it's 0-0 and every game, not that every game doesn't matter, but there's just a little heightened intensity when you get to conference play. And I think they've had just a really good bond and chemistry with each other, and they're really fighting for each other. And I showed a clip yesterday of actually 2 clips of our last 2 post-game press conferences where each of them are praising teammates, and to see the genuine joy that they have for each other, I think it makes all the difference in the world. When you can get that selfless nature about you, they're not worried about getting theirs. We've had a number of freshmen get, freshman of the week already, and they celebrate each other so well. And I think that sometimes can be a rarity in this day and time where, people are, oh, go get yours, you got to get yours, you got to get yours. And to see that and to see them embody that, I think that's a true team. And I think that that's going to continue to build for this group if they continue to buy into that. And that's going to help our group be successful when we get in these road games, or you get in a tight crunch, or you're at home and a team makes a run. How do you pull for each other and respond and know that that person next to you is going to battle hard for you?
I was looking at some of the minutes for Gianna. She got 1 turnover in her last 167 minutes. How big has that been just in limiting the turnovers as a team?
Huge. I think that's been an issue for this group early on, and some of it, and I go back to some of the things that we talked about coming out of, TCU and Baylor. It's get to correct spots. Some of our turnovers were because of lack of execution, maybe not just making bad passes or, traveling. It's get to correct spots so our spacing is there, and now it allows room to work. And she's been super solid. I didn't know the minutes on that, so it's pretty good been there. But it's impressive, and that's what we've got to have. You've got to take care of the basketball, and you've got to get a shot. I think, we shot 51% on Saturday from the field, and as long as we're getting shots, we're going to be okay. And we can rebound. This group can rebound, and if we can rebound a missed shot, we can't rebound a turnover. And I think she's setting the tone for us with just a command of the basketball. And that's what we need. She's doing a tremendous job of getting us out in transition, cross-courting it, getting rim attacks to create for others, and really put pressure on a defense. So she's been really, really solid with the ball in her hands, and that's what we need from her.
Any other questions, Ben?
I'm good.
Thank
Good
you,
research
Coach.
there, buddy.
Thanks, Coach.
Appreciate y'all.